Hey everyone, I'm working on the O3 RAM today with a Hemi. As you can see, I have a little solar panel on this thing. It's been running the battery down since I had it for 5 years. Finally decided to try and deal with it. And I kind of did the old school method where I put my multimeter, remove the positive, put it on the 15 amp setting, and connect the multimeter in line. So basically put it between this and the battery, and I noticed every 5 seconds it would jump to 2.5 amps, and I started pulling fuses out till it stopped, and I got to number 13 here, which is the FCM power feed. FCM is the forward control module, which is this little funny box that sits down here. And so what I did was I removed this whole fuse unit. It's quite easy. It's only this bolt, and then there's a little plastic Phillips down there which wasn't working anyway. Once you get those out, you can scoot this forward. It has two eyes on the back there, and this whole unit is kind of comes out. And then I just removed all these connectors at the bottom, and the forward control module is this metal guy over here. It just plugs into the side. I found a very helpful video where you can disassemble this whole unit. You've got to grind off with a flat screwdriver these plastic tips. There's one here, there's one in here, and then there's one there, and you can pry this whole thing apart. I took out the relays to help. I left all the fuses in, but you can separate this whole, take this whole thing apart. And I didn't find any corroded soldering or circuits on this thing, but I did find dust that had pretty much sort of, I guess, shorted a couple of the pins. I literally brushed it off with a dry brush. Put everything back together. This is one of my favorite products. I use this at my marine shop. This is Bow Shield. It's developed by Boeing. I sprayed on all the connectors. I sprayed down all the fuses, everything. Every connection on this truck, I spray with that. If it's clean. If it's green, then you need to address that. But pretty much put it back together and my draw is gone. So what happens when I put the multimeter on now, it sits at about 0.9 amps for about 10-15 seconds. I don't know what it's doing, but then it drops down to less than a tenth of an ohm, which is great. And I haven't noticed anything wrong yet. I've had the solar disconnected, so that's just one way of trying to understand. Now there could be many other ways. There's many other methods. A lot of guys have videos. I'm just telling you what worked for me. And you'll notice that there's grounds over here on the body, and there's a bunch over there as well. So you loosen that nut, spray it with the Bow Shield, tighten the nut back up, and hopefully that'll help some of you guys out. Good luck.